So you live in Hawaii?
Yeah, I moved to Oahu,
Mhm.
and now, yeah, I'm living really. Maybe, maybe we'll get us now. There's overcast. Yeah, very close to Coco Head, if you're familiar with Oahu. So
Oh,
it's close to the east side.
nice.
But it's pretty great.
So you live in
Um,
Hawaii? Sorry.
yeah, I
Yeah.
moved to Oahu.
Sorry. It's just a replay. I
Yeah,
love
no,
yeah, that's good. I actually have never been to Hawaii yet. We're working on my travel waiver so I can come and spend more time in the United States with all of you amazing people.
yeah, it would be
Uh,
great to see you here.
and we could do
Well,
bigger events and more fun and creative thinking and more integration. So,
come on
uh,
over.
yeah, well, I think this is kind of like what we're really wanted to talk about today too. Cadrin's gonna come right away, but really integrating the conscious development event, and I really wanted to go over kind of some of those details, Mr. Shaw and Cadrin, in terms of like for Brazil, so that we can have a really great running uh running start, hit the ground running with this event happening in Brazil, so we can really like Elenita and Mo, and they're going to be working on the back end in terms of technical and design, and I think Cadrin, yourself, Shaw, myself will be more on the front end, kind of pushing it so that we can make it more meaningful and talk about it. And Przemek, I know that you haven't been, you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but we are just kind of Cole's Nose version. We've been meeting every week now on Thursdays to really integrate a meaningful event of how to bring, personal transformation alongside the tech awakening into nature so that we can bring a collaborative effort for implementation in terms of business and development and meaningful purpose for leaders, whether they're young or older, but all have a really youthful expression of life and want to make an impact. Would that be me? Would that be kind of a good Cole's Nose version, Shaw? Anything you want
Yeah.
to add?
No, I don't feel like there's anything that I don't think there's anything I would like to add. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So it's something that
So
we are really wanting to. We have been doing with like a group of us, and some of us are detail oriented, some of us have different strengths and weaknesses, and we're supporting each other to make it happen. The place that it's in is in Alto Paraíso in Brazil,
hmm
where I had spent my first discovery of self. And actually, the original house where I was living in is available for us all. And it's a big shala that has like a lot of um, cabins available for about 25 people. And yeah, it's something that, the universe is providing. So we are moving forward. So this
wonderful.
is yeah, man. This is something that for us is becoming really cool. And I think today I'm just gonna see if Ross is on his way here because I think Ross mentioned he wanted to also join. And we wanted to discuss a little bit about this. So
It sounds like it's like you guys are gonna have some important topics to talk about today.
yeah.
Uh, and the talent book is tomorrow, right?
The talent code we're talking about is tomorrow. Um,
Perfect.
and we're doing that book club. Um, but yeah, I'm curious. Do you have any questions when you hear what we're um, sharing about Shemek?
So yeah, I'm curious about so I'm not sure what to what do you guys mean by merging the technology with nature? Is it like we're talking about sustainability, or is it what's the main idea behind it? I understand from a global scale, but um, what is like the main, I would say, purpose of of it?
Do you want to share, Shaw, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like from my viewpoint, it's yes, there's the sustainability aspect, and then so there's the integrating like of the wisdom from the local farmers and elders, etc., and the sustainability there. And I also feel like just learning from nature in general, like not just only the sustainability practices, but learning by going out into the jungle, by going out to the waterfalls, by just observing nature, you just start to see how everything is balanced and flows in nature. So how we can integrate that feeling and that spirit essence into technology itself. I don't know if that makes sense or resonates, but yeah.
It makes sense because the further we go into like technology, right, the more I mean, we're literally spending time on our phones or computers most of the day. Uh, I say, so how do you bring that connectedness? I guess that's what comes to mind. How to bring that connectedness back to people when they're so disconnected from nature, being in concrete jungles, right, versus
Yeah.
real ones. And even though we're more connected through social media, we're more than a lot of people are more disconnected than ever. So yeah, I can see that. It makes sense.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I
and
love
I think go ahead.
okay. Uh yeah, no, I just was gonna add, I also feel like um the integration of those principles into the projects will also be huge. Like not just the technology and softwares, but whatever kind of entrepreneurial projects are launched through the creative thinking there, I feel like will also be really big. Uh, yeah.
Solid. When is the event happening?
Well, have we agreed upon? Let me
April
check.
20, I think we ended up booking the April 28th dates.
Okay.
So end of April to beginning of May. So it's a 5-day, 6-day event. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and on the final day, if you want to go or you want to stay, it's up to you. But there's a surprise experience that will happen with no details. So it's kind of a experience that people will, if they choose to trust, then they can be involved. But if they don't want to, that's okay too. There's no problem. But yeah, it's kind of like allowing that trust to come in to see where people wanna integrate it.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna drop off really quick.
I'm back.
Uh,
Sorry.
but I
Finally.
just wanted to, jump in and say hello because I haven't been checking in for a while. I'm looking forward
Hello.
to seeing some of you guys and you, Eric, tomorrow for the talent code.
Cool, brother. Well, it was good to see you as always. And
Yep.
this is our brother Codrin, who's amazing. He's
Hey,
Hi, brother.
Kevin.
Ki. Your name is Ki?
Ski or
Yeah, is
Przemek.
that your name?
Yeah,
Shamak?
yep, Przemek. It's like putting your mouth for a p.
Nice
So
to meet you,
Prze.
Shamak.
Yeah, nice to meet you too,
Shamak.
Codrin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
great. Poland originally.
Me, yeah.
Close by. Close
Close
enough.
by, yeah. Exactly. Close culturally.
Yes.
All
Cool.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, take care, guys. Enjoy.
Have a good one,
and I'll
brother.
see you
Take care
tomorrow.
of yourself.
Good one.
Good to see you.
Bye-bye.
How are you, Katrin?
Very well, very well, very well. Sorry, I had to take care of things real quick, but now I'm here, also ready to talk action, so to say.
Yeah, we
What do
were
you think?
just having a really great conversation, just sharing a little bit about kind of the event because Przemek isn't have a lot of information, so it was kind of nice practice there. Hey Shaw, it was
Yeah.
nice yeah to listen to you even share it. It was good.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to, well, not trying to. I was like, I don't want to sound salesy. I was just sharing from my heart about it. Yeah,
Yeah, you could see it.
thank you. Yeah, so wait, it's the 28th to the 3rd is what I was hearing.
Yeah, I think it's something around those dates, but
Which month? Which month?
April.
April. Wait,
Yes.
23 to the 8th?
28th to the the later to 28th to the 3rd.
28th to things literally aligned incredible because on the 20th is my birthday. And I will actually be in the US for the Joe Dispenza retreat from the 13th to the 19th. So basically, I can fly directly there. I mean, most likely I have to fly to London back for a week, but then I can just, I mean, I wouldn't want to, but I see if I can work from home. But yeah, amazing.
You can even
So
stay in the US for a week if you need to.
right. Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who has a house in Houston, so I can stay with him for a week, and then I can just fly back straight to the event.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, I think you
But
froze.
yeah, so basically, uh,
There you
can
go.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
And Ross just
Okay.
joined us too. Nice.
Yeah. Hi,
Hey
Ross.
guys. Hi.
Yeah. Ooh, so in the way, what we need a couple of things in order. I'll say what I need from a marketing perspective. Then I can give you some ideas, show as well as what we can done since you're going to be handling most of the sales. And then if my ideas, Ross is going to say if my ideas around pricing are good or if he will pull his hair out of his head. No.
I love it.
Okay. So, um, first of all, what I need there are multi we I know there are multiple avatars or people we can target. So I know that we wanted initially to say, you know what, we'll organize this, whoever comes is meant to come, which is true. Since this is going to be a paid event, and since there are multiple things that we can offer and that we can give, because there's a price tag, you still need to sell automatically. So with that, what that means is that even though we're not going the full classical sales pitch way or marketing where you will, for instance, run an ad and then like say, hey, do we want to have that without that classical Tony Robbins thing? You still have to transmit enough emotions and clarity in order for somebody to pay the price, whether it's the low ticket or whether they are coming to the retreat. So that's number one. And of course, we can have multiple avatars. But the second reason why we need an avatar is then because, sure, I don't know if you know, but I can show you how to build a Facebook community actually, and basically how to start or leveraging those social media platforms to build a drive, to build kind of a warm outreach. So you don't have to cold call everyone, because basically that's how I started my business as well. I mean, and how to do networking. I started as a networker. I would go to events and I would connect people. That's how I started my business. That's how I earned money. That's how I got into the company that I own right now. I was offered 20% because I was making so many sales for them. So once this is settled, we just need the pricing and then we can get to work. I mean, we can actually start preparing the tribe, so to say, for this event, show, without even having the landing page, without even having the date, without even having anything. Because we can start providing value. Like Eric has great materials and content. Ross, you can also offer a lot of wisdom. In our Lighthouse community, there's a lot of knowledge and expertise that we can start offering to people build the tribe and the community around that. So once we have everything ready, we just advertise to an already existing audience. In my opinion, that's the most efficient way to go about it. No spending money on ads, no doing complicated things, maybe using our LinkedIn softwares, automations to do certain stuff. But besides that, I think this is the most efficient way to go forward. What do you guys think?
I love it. I have just added into our group one of the courses that we can use even as a um like a
Lead
low
magnet.
ticket or a lead
Oh, low
magnet
ticket.
or whatever you guys want. We can use that as a and I also have other things that we can use like different anything that you guys want. I have so much content or so much landing pages and things like this that we can use as lead magnets or capturing emails. But one of the things too, gentlemen, that I just want to highlight is uh if you want, I have access where the conscious community I forget what it was called, but I have like I think something that I started a few years ago that I just haven't been able to manage myself, so I kind of left it to the wayside. There's about 1,000 people in there. Very, very. I would say now they're cold, but once we start building the Facebook community up again, it can start to build a lot of momentum as well. Things that I shared a lot, so I can give you full access, gentlemen, all of you, to that Facebook community. If that is something that you guys think it would be valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Is this a Facebook community?
Yeah, it's called the Conscious Collective. There we go.
The
It's
Conscious
got
Collective.
it's got 1,400 members in it right now
Perfect.
with very little engagement. But yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people have been posting in there and stuff like this. But it's something that has been there and I had it there for years. And if you go on Facebook, I can here add you guys. Shaw, do you have Facebook?
Yeah. It should just, if you type in Sean Marino, it should just pop up. I can look at the exact username.
Adrian and Ross, I just added you both.
Uh,
But yeah, we probably need to clean it up a bit, but we can use it. I mean, it's there. That's why it might be valuable, unless you guys want to start something new. But I just thought since it's there.
yeah, we can actually start driving traffic towards a new community, in my opinion. We can have more actual engagement. And did you share this, Eric, with us in the chat?
Sorry?
Did you just add us, or
I added you to the community or to the Facebook group that I had there for a while, and then I also added into the group, into the WhatsApp group
oh
already.
no, WhatsApp group is yeah, I don't think a WhatsApp group is going to be that effective, to be honest.
No,
So
I mean what I if you look in the WhatsApp group, the one of just the marketing, us three or us four,
Oh,
I dropped in there a lead magnet.
oh, got it. Perfect. Oh my God, perfect. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I gotta learn all these words. I'm hearing lead magnet. At least I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? I don't even know. I gotta learn these words for sure.
Okay. Yeah, all good.
Basically, long story short, what link building is in today's world, because there's so much competition and there's so many scams as well, you have to actually provide value before you sell. Like back then, you'd provide value after you sell. Now you have to provide value before you sell. Even if
Mm,
I send a cold message, for example, for instance, let's say I'm Ross, I'm selling accounting services, and let's say I'm selling some very niche accounting, for example. I don't know, I have no idea about too much about accounting, but let's say I sell tax optimization for plumbing companies, like some very niche thing like that.
Yeah.
In order for me to be effective, back then you could just say, hey, my name is Ross, I'm doing this. Are you interested? But now that doesn't work anymore because there's so, even though there's a niche, there are still 5, 6 Rosses that can message them on a daily basis, right? Even if
Yeah.
you're niche. What you need to do, you actually have to provide some sort of value before you sell. For instance, in his case, what Ross could do, hi, I'm Ross, I'm doing this. Here is a guide, what you can do without any accountant. Here are some calculations or a spreadsheet that you can put your numbers in and to automatically optimize your tax that you can use tomorrow. This way, he provided value before the curiosity of the prospect. Because, oh, what is this? If he uses it, it's useful. And the key is if it's useful. A PDF usually has a low perceived value, but if you actually provide something extremely useful, trust increases. Hi, Ross can receive a message the next day or in 1 week. Hey, I went through that spreadsheet. It's amazing. Can we have a conversation? And then you start the discussion. That's a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet works the best if it's something that has actual value, not that you could charge for, that you actually charge for. So our lead magnet for our marketing agency, for instance, we run your ad for free for 30 days. And then we're performance based, meaning that you pay us between, depending on the project, you pay us anywhere between $500 or $2,000 based on some benchmark that we achieve or not. We achieve the benchmarks in a month, we get paid a certain sum. We don't achieve the benchmarks, we don't get paid, or we pay the lower amount. And that hourly demand combined with that offer is what creates the cycle of value. Does that make sense?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it fully, but I do feel like it makes sense. Of provide I get the idea of providing value before actually the service that you're trying to provide. Like I feel like I see that a lot on
Yeah.
Instagram. Like I'll be looking at, like learning about real estate or something like that, and they'll be like, "Oh, here's my free guide," before you actually get
Yeah.
to what you're doing. Yeah.
That's lead magnet. And the purpose of the lead magnet is to throw away the audience that you don't want, because somebody who's not into real estate won't bother reading that guide or watching that course. Maybe they'll be curious,
Mhm.
but someone who's interested in it, even if it's something like crappy, they will still go because they might think it's something valuable because they're that audience. That's why it's the niche and our audience is so important.
Mm,
So
okay.
yeah, I'll stop.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good
So
to
I think that I'm curious based off of kind of like the existing community. Do you guys think that we need to add a new Facebook community? I'm just confirming, or do we use what's already there, the Conscious Collective? Plus,
I think it's better in my personal.
sorry,
Go on, go on, go on.
Shaw, I just added you. If you don't mind accepting, then it'll be easy for me to add you to the group.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Connor?
I think, in my personal opinion, it's better to start a new community that we advertise in the old community, so we reactivate that a little bit slowly,
Beautiful.
because then we have warm leads. But those who click to join the new community actually have basically are actually qualified.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Another thing that we need to do basically, and I can show you this as well, is basically each of us should choose one day, in my opinion, or each one in the project, make one post so we have engagement, providing value in their certain area of expertise. I can show you basically how to do that, how to use the hook because I kind of figured that out. I have posts when I was trying to build my coaching business. I had a post who had like 100 likes and comments, and I had some posts who had 5 likes. The only value was there. The only difference was the hook. So you can also like measure and optimize that always. This way we actually get more engagement in the community.
So just to verify and clarify, we'll create a new Facebook community. Do you
Yeah.
want to show us on here? Uh, so Shaw is also aware, and maybe even anybody that wants to do it, if Shaw has, then we can watch it back do you mind if you share the screen and show any ways that might be of value of just guiding him right now? Shaw, is that okay, or do you already know?
No, I mean, I'll take all the all the experience, knowledge, etc. I love it. Thank you. And I confirmed your friend request. That wasn't the invite though that I'm
Yeah, yeah.
imagining.
No,
Yeah, I'm not seeing any invite on my
doing it
notifications.
now.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, I would love to definitely get more information, whatever can help.
I just made you co-host, Cutter, if you want.
Thank you. Okay. So groups, not just collective. Oh, you want me to share the screen to show you what I'm talking about?
Yeah, then if Sean needs to do anything in or want, to do anything in terms of how you guys are developing the group, this way we can, yeah, everyone knows how to or what to, and just clarity.
So I will give you I'll picture what I'm talking about. What we need in a group is engagement. A group without engagement is not a group you can sell to. But I'll show you a group engine because I also have a background in psychology. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Science, personality, and awareness. Is this the one? Yeah. I need to work on my Facebook. Here, group posts. This is the post I'm talking about. The long post. I've also had other long posts, but they didn't have nearly as close as engagement. This one it's still pretty good. One has the most impact. This was a hook what I did here. But as you see, 46 comments. This means that about those 46, about 10 or 16 are my replies. But 30 people commented on this post and engaged with this post, which is a lot because this is actually an actual conversation that you're having with people. You're not trying to sell anything. The strategy, I stopped because I decided to focus on something else, but the strategy was you build relationships with the people inside the Facebook group and the community, and then you invite them to your own private community where you can provide value there. So, does this make sense?
Yeah.
So far, everything is clear so far. For instance, if this reply chain with Billy, me if I have a few replies already with Billy inside a group, even if it's a cold audience, without telling anything, then the next time we're going to interact, the trust is higher. Then the third time we're going to interact, the trust is even higher. Then I can friend request her, and then basically I can send her a message with a connection, put her in the group, right? We do this basically with everyone. This is basically a coaching launch strategy. This is how coaches do their business. They go and provide immense value. Uh, they talk to people, and basically, basically then they put in the group where they have engagement and they put in the offers. I know how to do this basically. I mean, I don't know how to do. I mean, I know theoretically how to do this, and I've been testing a couple of things. But this is I can show you basically and give you guidance if you want to pursue this strategy. Now there are endless strategies that we can make. Leveraging Eric's Facebook group is also amazing. And to be honest, we don't even need a new group if we see that there's high engagement in that one. Like we see that we start posting slowly there, and actually things start piling up. Comments start flowing in, likes start flowing in, and the community is reactivated, kind of. Some people will leave, but if some that reactivates, we don't need a new community because it's clear that that's still active. However, if there's like, we see that after a few weeks, there's still low engagements, like there's only, let's say, 10 or 20 people whom we interact to on a regular basis from the whole 1,000, then it's better to just invite those 20 people into a new community. That's my
Mhm.
theory, in my opinion. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think that, whatever you guys feel is best. To me, I'm not attached to anything. So,
Ah, okay,
uh,
okay, okay. You
whatever,
trust us.
whatever. Yeah, I trust whatever you guys feel as a team is best for us to move forward. The community doesn't need whatever we build new or whatever we create, like I trust, because there's no reason to again, it doesn't need to be about what I have there. It could be about what we can build better together. So I just did it, years ago, and it doesn't mean that it's plus I haven't had the time to do it all by myself in the past. So, I did what I could, and then I just kind of a lot of things, moved in different ways. So again, I'm not connected or I'm not attached to anything. I'm really okay. Whatever you guys feel best,
So
I'm
sure.
gonna support and I'll put a lot of energy behind it, as long as you guys are feeling excited about putting it out there and like making it happen. I'll put a lot of energy, I'll drive a lot of energy wherever we need to.
Perfect. Okay. Sure. What do you think? How I told you my idea of how we can approach this together. What do you think? How do you think we should approach it together
I'll,
outside of my strategy? Like if you have a
outside of that, yeah, no, I really liked it. And I like learning that new strategy. I'm curious more as to like how, like from the messaging on the group, you could end up inviting them to the, like how that whole conversation flows if it's in the group setting. I would be curious to like see an example of that potentially. But yeah, I mean, what I had been doing previously was just directly personal messages, and it didn't work the best, but if it was the right person, then it could work, right? Because then they're just, yeah, but it's not the most effective or efficient approach by any means so far, like at all. Um, so I really like the Facebook group idea. I because I would have just, if that wasn't the case, I would have just probably defaulted to personally messaging people who were in the community or having connections towards. So yeah, that's just what I know. Um, but I like the new ideas. I like it because it sounds more efficient. It sounds more I won't have to send uh 100 and something personal messages and then keep up with the conversations and yeah. So I'm not having any new ideas. I'm feeling like coming through right now. Um, yeah, that's just how I would have done in the past, but I like it.
yeah. Well, then let's think about who's the audience ideally then. I have three avatars. Eric, I really want to talk this to you because I have three ideas of avatars. We
Please.
can I want to see if you tap into this, what you feel that resonates the best with you, or if there's something else. My first idea of avatar are people who are already conscious leaderships. They've been to retreats, they've done Tony Robbins, they've done Joe Dispenza, they've done all of that stuff. And they're basically looking just to hang out in a community right now. They're looking for a community setting where they can explore more and stay together and just, grow together. Uh, we have people who are business leaders, but they're not yet consciously inclined. They know there's stuff out there, but they haven't had that much contact with the spiritual side of things. So, but they would be open to something like that. And the first avatar, it's basically just people who are not business leaders, but they did have a conscious awakening, and they're just looking basically to develop and grow. So conscious business leaders that are not conscious, or conscious normal people. That's my idea.
Yeah, so I think that for the event specifically,
Yeah.
I think three things here. So the last one that you said, the people that are curious and want to develop, I think would be good for the development of a community. But the people that are our ideal clients and the people that we
Yes.
really want to be in service of, at least my perspective, is those that are curious, that maybe have been inside of a lot of these events like Tony or Joe or things like this. But what they're doing is they're falling back into old patterns. And so they're struggling with integrating, meaning how to, like, whether when I was in Ecom or Tony or Joe or all these things, most people, they learn all of these things and then they go back to the old paradigm of just like selling. They're not really in a place of deep service. And so it's about actually getting really more curious about what each person brings to the table so that they can actually focus on a collective impact of what their unique purpose can actually highlight and help each other, because that's the thing about impact is it requires us to collaborate versus compete. And what I'm noticing is that most people, when they go to these events, they still don't know how to collaborate because they're wanting to compete with each other, because it's a very generational traumatic experience. Oh, am I worthy? Am I enough? Can I feel seen, heard, and understood? Versus actually, hey, you're already seen, you're already recognized, you're already understood, you're already whole. And so one of the biggest things that, as a group, we really wanted to emphasize, and Shaw, you can probably echo this, is we want people to recognize that you're already healed. Like you're ready to make shit happen. You're already so valuable in this world. And I think most people that come out of these Joe and Tony things, they discover that part, but then they don't know how to apply that actually whole part of themselves. And so this is what these events are going to do, is they're going to bring together a collaborative effort of what's our true responsibility as leaders, conscious leaders, business leaders, youth leaders that are focused on really bringing transformational change to the planet. So in our own way, right? It doesn't mean that, we all have to think globally, but act locally. That's kind of like the big thing that we really want to keep grounded, because like you said, also, there's a lot of people that they have these big conscious beliefs and they know that they're part of something greater, but they don't know how to implement it alongside each other. But if there's a community like the Lighthouse that is really doing integrated local acts of implementation on a business level, and we're redefining what that business experience looks like, we actually start to show that business is the spiritual journey, just like Tony says, and we're able to do that in anywhere that we live, but we have to do it with like a level of responsibility. So I hope that highlights if Ross or Shaw, you want to add anything, please tell me.
No, I definitely agree. I love that. I love the integrating of the action. I agree for sure. And I noticed that as well from Acom. Um, and I myself too, like I've had to like corral myself from in the past from going back into old ways of being, and then coming back into integrating how I want to take action moving forward. So I definitely from experience can understand that. And I feel like I what I did have a thought about was how can we start targeting those people? How can we start reaching out to those people specifically? Uh, I mean, I'm sure they are within the community, so we could send messages that are more oriented towards that within that Facebook community, or like I'm just
Kadrin,
upset about
yeah,
that.
so I think that this is a great question, but first I want to make sure that that it's clear with Kadrin what we're emphasizing. Does this make sense, Kadrin?
Yes. To clarify, there's so conscious people who struggle falling back into old patterns, but we teach them to integrate and how to apply the lessons they've learned to serve, not to get, right?
Right,
So we're
because
trying to get them into an energy of service. So
most people they get stuck in the either the study,
yeah,
or they get stuck into continuously going into these events because it feels good, because it's a very
yeah,
like good feeling, so they get stuck in the emotion, and
yeah,
so don't actually know how to then apply. So when there's a trigger that shows up in the external world, they actually refer back and they go back to their emotional home. So
yeah,
what's important is to elevate their emotional home to a new place of consciousness so that their emotional home becomes the physical embodiment of wisdom,
yeah,
knowledge, love, and action that becomes the wisdom of the integration and being in true service.
yeah. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, that's yeah. But what we're going to what Shaw said, actually, I think that's a great idea to message privately the people in the group to see if they're still interested in start reactivating, basically, and starting the conversation and let them know about our mission and what we're trying to achieve. So basically, what we're trying to achieve is basically an integration paradigm, a integrated builder's paradigm. You've integrated what you've learned, you're building a sense of service. And if you are active in the community, it's not just us telling you cool stuff and we're not posting value. We're actually, each of us, how could we, each of us decides to put their product in the group and the rest provide value and the rest just give advice. That's it. And that should be the purpose of that group that we can reactivate. And we just message privately everyone. I have to see if there's a Facebook messaging software somewhere because to message 1,400 people, sure, that's going to be a lot of work. Even if you do copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. I find a software first for that.
Yeah,
But that's actually good. And we can start there. It's actually a very good place to start if you think about it.
thanks, man. Yeah, just starting. I like Eric how you said the grounded approach because it starts like the real conversations, and I feel like that's what I learned through the festival is like you can't have kind of like any type of it has to be very real for it to like really resonate and people to click and want to actually do it. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this.
You, you
Yeah,
Rob,
and thank you for the software. Hmm?
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Please go ahead.
No, it's all good. I was saying thank you for the software aspect as well because I was like, bro, I cannot. I like 1,500 messages is gonna be crazy, but yeah, appreciate you.
perfect. Well, okay, then those are the next action step. We're going to start with Eric's community. I'm going to think of a messaging. Confirm with you first, Eric, if that's okay. We messaging basically to which we start posting along the lines. I'll act as a community manager best of my ability because I also manage 1,000 different things. So sure, you will have to be in charge of the community. I will what I know and show you what I know, but I'm sorry. I have my business. I also have a full-time job at the moment, so things are, and I still do coaching on the weekend on the side. So things are full right now.
And what
So
I'll do is I'll add you gentlemen all as the community admins of the
yeah,
group, and then maybe we can take a group photo even right now and
yeah,
screenshot
I agree.
that we can just share it in there. Ross, do you have anything to add, my brother? I know also you wanted to have some curious statements. On the last call, you mentioned that you had some thoughts.
Yeah. And as well, if you have at least any idea or direction with the pricing, that would be amazing.
Ross, are you here? Well, he might not be here. He might be somewhere else.
Let's see. Russ, when you
So maybe
come back.
I was thinking in terms of pricing, I was thinking my thoughts without looking at any of the numbers, but based off of kind of the value that's going to be added, based off of the length of stay, based off of where it's at, and what also then we can contribute to the place and everything. I was thinking for our ideal avatar for 5-6 days, 5K. This was kind of like
5K.
4 or 5K was the thought process
Yeah.
that I
5K is the thought process. Okay, that's perfect. 5K. And we need a product for 1K. No. We need somewhere or something. Yeah, we need something for about 200.
So I just
Think
gave
about
that master
Think
class
about it.
that master class is 200 and something dollar one.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Another thing. Let me think. Oh yeah, just one last thing I want to talk to you, Eric, about the. I've understood you. There's also plant healing part of the retreat. Is that correct?
Uh so the plant medicine is not part of the retreat.
Okay.
It's only people if they want to, it's an optional
Okay. Perfect.
opportunity, but that
Yeah.
will not be part of the retreat at all. We don't actually market or it has really nothing to do with the retreat unless people decide to stay and do it on their own or things like this. So
Yeah.
this
Because yeah, I wouldn't have been comfortable promoting plant
yeah,
not in
I'm
that
not
space.
interested in promoting that at all.
But then things are pretty clear. So, Joe, I think we should work more
Because
closely.
also
Yeah.
one of the things that we want to help people understand that they don't need plant medicine, that they are the medicine.
Actually, that's true, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Well, it's amazing talking to you guys. So we'll start working in closer. We'll start. I'm going to think about finding a software for the community, and we'll get to work. Can you please show up because I have 1,000 things to do. Text me on Monday when you wake up if you can put a reminder, please. So I research into that. I'll look into that. You're muted, brother. You're muted, brother.
My bad. The
Yeah.
software.
Yeah, just send me a message for Train Facebook software so I can go into and search for something to help you activate that community, like send a friend request and all of that stuff.
Amazing. Thank you, man.
Perfect. My pleasure. Okay, guys. Well, it was amazing talking to you.
Hold on.
And
I'm gonna take a screenshot of us right now.
yeah, yeah.
Smile. One,
Perfect.
2, 3, smile. There you go.
Woohoo!
Good.
Nice. Well, guys, looking happy to work together. And this project is really amazing. Wow, everything's falling into place.
Yeah, bro. There's so much. I mean, I think that all of what's happening is based off of so many years of devotion and dedication. So, I mean, you know me. It's been a journey.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It has been.
Are you
So
going to Date
okay,
with
yeah.
Destiny? Are you doing Date
No.
with Destiny, Connor?
I mean, I'm doing it in the house, but because I'm staying with some plats, and basically I'm going to do it in the evenings, but not fully this year. No,
Okay,
I've done it 3 years ago.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
but
Well,
yeah,
if you decide
are you
that you
doing?
want to come, if you decide that you want to come to Canada to do it with a bunch of us, feel free to join.
Thank you so much for the invitation. We can maybe talk about that next year because this year I have flying to Romania for a few
Next year
days.
I'm going in person. Next year we're going
Okay.
in person. And all of us
Okay.
are going together, including Shaw and everyone else. The whole team.
God bless, to be
The
honest.
whole community is
100%.
gonna come. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing to be decided that I need really to put this up front. I've had experiences before, so I don't want it to repeat. What's going to happen with the money after the retreat?
So we are
Because my yeah, I don't think we should. I don't think we should split the money necessarily. If you ask me personally, I think we should start investing into developing the community and more development for ourselves. But that's my take. I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, so we actually had this conversation as a group as well, in terms of the and having Ross here is really nice. I'm sure that he's able to do all the budgeting. So the money we wanted to either develop whatever is created there as a group. We can then integrate it into the local economy, so we can grow the creativity of what is done as a group, and then we can grow it into the local economy and then build it. And then I
Oh
think
wow, yes,
I think what would be valuable is also to utilize whatever is necessary to keep building the operations of what we build on the events. So then we can
yeah,
grow as a bigger kind of community, so that we can keep devoting ourselves to keep making these events happen and
yeah.
just building a full ecosystem around it.
Hmm.
I absolutely love that, 100%. So that's perfect. However, I think we should pay Sean. Like just he should be able to earn some money with that because he will pull a lot of weight bringing in those customers. So he
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
at
Well,
least some.
no, he already knows that there's a commission for sure, of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everybody, if anybody
Yeah.
makes a sale, or if anybody, I think it should be valuable that people are getting a commission state from it, because it's taking our
Yeah.
time, right? So 100%.
Perfect. Well, everything's clear then. Happy to get to work and talk to you soon, guys. I have to run.
Big love.
Well, bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shaw, bro. I'm curious if you are able
Hmm.
to come to Canada as well, maybe for Date with Destiny next week.
I cannot, well, yeah, no, I cannot just because I have to get back to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I heard you say next year, and I've been curious about checking out the Tony Robbins world. So I love that idea for forethought in the future.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing to have you more. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I think you're a young king that's focusing on growing and developing, and I really appreciate you. So
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love you, bro.
I love you. You're good.
Yeah.
You're a good man, and I'm grateful that we could be here to support each other. And uh, for this community, I'll do a little post in there. I'll drop our picture that we just did, and
Yeah.
I'll just kind of introduce you guys that we're restarting. And then I invite you, bro, to evolve it in whichever design, whichever way, whichever shape, whichever form, whatever you want to make it better. Like play around with it if it's okay with you.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't see on the Facebook. I must have been oh, here it is. Yeah, now I see.
I just yeah.
Perfect. Um, yeah, so are you saying I could edit that post if once you put it out is what you're saying, or just from that I can then get ideas of how to do posts going forward in the future, I guess is what I'm asking.
Say again?
Like, I was unclear. Are you saying like I could edit you so if you're gonna put a post out, I could edit that post and make it how I feel it could be, or you're saying that I could see what that first post is like, and then from there use that and be able to play with that and change that style for going forward with the community.
Whatever you feel, I trust.
Okay.
Yeah, you decide because uh it's nice to bring in some new energy and awareness in terms of, if especially if we're building new, let's create whatever new. And I think that I mean, we're on the same level in terms of principles, values, ways that we want to commit ourselves. So I really want you to own whatever decision you step into, and how you want to do that is, I really trust. I just trust.
Thanks, man. It
Yeah.
means a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we fly together, bro.
Let's do it. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I'm very excited. This is a whole This will be fun.
It
Yeah.
will be. Big love.
All right.